Hey Narwhals, and welcome back to some more weight loss stories. Only a small percentage of our viewers actually subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later, so please tap subscribe to join the original 100k Narwhals. Being skinny or being happy, what comes first? I know that usually you can see those statements that being happy with your body comes before being skinny or whatever body type you are / you strive to be. But is that actually true? A question especially to the successful narwhals: did you manage to accept your body before you lost weight? If so, how did you find this legendary self-love? Because I'm struggling very much with that. And this is a tough question. For me personally, I felt a lot of disappointment and frustration in regards to the weight I gained and how it made me look and feel. I don't know that I was unhappy with myself, but I wasn't happy with my actions and destructive habits. After losing just a few pounds, my happiness increased because I gained confidence in my ability to change my body in a way that would make me feel better. As someone who is now 5 pounds away from my goal weight, I can honestly say that my happiness is more constant because my body initially feels and looks the way I always knew it should. Mentally, I always saw myself at my goal weight. My actual body just didn't match until I changed my relationship with food. I would challenge yourself to be proud of your drive and determination and your effort. To be completely happy with your body in every way is probably at an unattainable ideal, but you can choose to recognize the efforts you have made and the fact that you are setting goals to better yourself. It is hard work to lose weight and change your relationship with eating for the long term, but you can, and the happiness that comes from developing willpower and discipline is the greatest feeling ever. I was happy at my highest weight. I was not happy with how I looked. In fact, I was ashamed and in denial at how much it was affecting me. I've lost about 68 pounds since then, and the things that used to make me happy, my husband, family, pets, hiking, video games, still do, but I'm beginning to feel happy with how I look and feel, and just wow, what a huge difference it has made in my overall quality of life. So I guess my answer is both. I was happy before, but didn't realize how much happier I'd be once I lost weight, increased exercise, and just became healthier. What a great question. Before I lost weight, I didn't actually hate myself / my body that much. Sure, I wanted to get smaller and healthier, but I could quite happily walk around the house naked. I believe I could do this because I'd never been skinny and didn't know what it was like. Fast forward and I've lost 20 kilos, 40 pounds, and all I do is worry about weight gain, and I have such a distorted vision of myself that I have no idea what I look like now. I'm happy now in the way of less fat on my body for my organs' sake and not sweating like a pig all the time, but I can't say I love myself any more now than before. In regards to self-love, I don't buy into it. What I mean is, you see these posts everywhere of women and men absolutely loving the crap out of themselves and every inch of their bodies. And I'm sure there are people like this, but for the majority, I really don't think people will love every part. It puts this pressure on people that if they don't love every part, then it's not self-love. Let's say you want to feel comfortable being naked in the house as a form of self-love. The more you do something, the less it will seem a big deal to you. Just keep doing things that encourage you to be comfortable in your own body and space. For me, my weight has always been an issue because not only did I feel unhealthy, but it destroyed my confidence. I always wore big baggy clothing, dressed like a mom, etc. Even throughout high school, I was self-conscious and never wore tops that showed my shoulders or shorts because I felt huge. Even my first 3 years of college were like this, and I hated going out because nothing would ever look right on me in my eyes. After finally taking my health seriously, I lost 35 pounds this past year, and I've never got more confident. I'm nowhere near having my dream body, but I feel so much better mentally and physically. I know I still have a long way to go because I don't have abs or the tiniest waist ever or the perfect butt, but it's progress. I finally feel confident enough to wear a cute top or show off my legs. I feel like I can dress my age at 21 and not feel so self-conscious all the freaking time. At the end of the day, I think being healthy should matter, and if that brings other positive things like feeling confident to happen, then that's amazing. I knew I needed to lose the weight for my own sake, no matter how tough it got or if I felt like giving up. Always remember your end goal and that it is possible. I didn't even realize my body was changing until 3 or 4 months after I started my weight loss journey. Remember that everyone has weight distributed differently throughout their body, so we all look different even if we are at the same weight. Right now, I'm at 135 pounds, but I'm not skinny, and it does bother me. But instead of thinking about it negatively, I try to think of all the progress I have made. I went from a size 10 to 12 to a size 4. I am working out to become toned and stronger now. The goal should always be to be healthy mentally and physically. Everything else is just icing on the cake. I'm going to be really honest. I used to be 200 pounds and then went down to 130. My self-love didn't magically show up. I really thought that being skinny would have made me happy. Instead, it made me feel like I still had more weight to lose. I recently went through a breakup and gained 50 pounds, so I'm really back to square one. Work on yourself as you lose weight. I'm doing this egg diet to kickstart my weight loss, but I'm not going to focus on losing weight after. I'm going to go to the gym for me because it makes me happy. I'm going to eat right to fuel my body. I don't know, self-love never really magically appears. Personally, I always hated being fat. I didn't like the way clothes looked on me or how I felt in public. Always felt like you were being judged, and I'm sure silently I was. Happiness for me started once the weight started falling off. I dropped around 75 pounds by the end of my weight loss journey and felt like a new man. Happiness was me all the time after losing it all. My confidence went up, and without being crass, I went from saying no women to getting laid multiple times a month, which was an insane confidence booster. I think it varies person by person, but personally it happened after the weight came off. I was lucky in that I didn't feel any ED, which can make finding that happiness a bit more difficult for some people. I think it is perfectly normal to admit that being skinnier might be what ends up making you happier. If you work at one, you might ultimately have to work on the other in order to succeed. The sucky part about happiness is that it always comes and goes. No matter what you look like or feel like, no matter how much money you have, no matter how great your support system is, etc. And being unhappy at times is inevitable, but your weight, on the other hand, can remain relatively constant if you're able to form habits that work for you. I think it's possible to be happy at any size, but if your weight is a point of sadness in your life, then the answer to your question is you just have to work on both at the same time. I did not love my body before I lost weight. Many will say that's bad, but they ignore the dangers of being overweight. I didn't love my body because I treated it like a trash can. Anything and everything went in, and I expected a magical garbage man to come to take it away. That, of course, never happened. Loving your body is not feeling comfortable when you're overweight and obese. Loving your body is making sure you're eating the best you can in healthy amounts. In other words, you wouldn't tell yourself that you loved your kitchen trash can, right? But you could clean it up, wash it out, give it a fresh coat of paint, and call it a decorative laundry hamper for your room. Not accepting my body was my indication to lose weight. We should have a respect for our bodies, and that doesn't always mean loving yourself where you're at now. And people use the love your body excuse to justify dangerously unhealthy ways. It has created the culture that obese people are healthy and happy because they love their bodies and eat what makes them happy when it simply isn't the case. If you don't love your body and are overweight, I mean this with all the respect in the world. I was obese at one point and I'm currently 40 down, have 40 to go, so I feel what this post is mentioning. And then there is likely a genuine reason why. Respecting your body may not make you temporarily happy, but in the long run, it'll help you more. Respecting your body is true self-love. It's true body positivity. I think it's common to think I'll be happy when I'm at X weight. I can say with my weight loss came more confidence in general, and with that, happiness to an extent. But I think being 45 kilos, 99 pounds lighter now, I'm more self-conscious now than I was when I was big. Mostly due to loose skin and feeling like people look at me now, therefore more judgment on the way I dress, for example. It feels so silly writing this, but it is a real struggle I have. It's like the old saying, money doesn't buy happiness. Being skinny won't make you happy. I'm certainly working on my mental health now more than ever before. This is a more complex question than it first appears. The answer for me was actually somewhere in between, after I screwed it up once. For me, the first time I lost weight, I simply wanted to feel attractive, and I lost 60 pounds, got a girlfriend, COVID hit, lost girlfriend, and gained 40 pounds back. It wasn't about being happy. The second time, my current attempt, is a constant reminder that I deserve to look and feel the way I do. So I never really got happy or accepted my body. It became, I deserve to look, feel, and move the way I do now, 95 pounds from my heaviest. Am I satisfied? Not even close, and I hope I never will be, because I deserve to be a better, more healthy individual than yesterday. And so does everyone who read this rant. And that brings us to the end, Narwhals. And please tap subscribe to join the original 100k Narwhals. And lastly, here's our featured Narwhal of the day. A male, 24, 6'1", 476 pounds to 280, 196 pounds lost. And 2 years ago today, I started my weight loss journey by taking the picture on the left. Here's to another productive year.